last.
Yeah. Should run back last week.
Good parts.
It's a great sound.
Sure is.
We're going to run it back. This is Boys Down Bad podcast. And we just want to start off by saying we apologize.
We're sorry.
Hand up. We got to be better.
It's probably my fault.
Well, it's a team effort.
This one was on me.
It's a team effort.
I completely...
Team game.
I fucked this one up
Yeah.
last week. It was bad.
That's okay.
I could go into the story, but it would just bore you.
Easy.
I spilled. But we apologize. We're back this week. We have our normal camera. We're not getting cute anymore.
Nope.
No.
We're going back to the
Back
basics.
to the basics. Maybe we need to go back to the MacBook days, no mic days, just to
Go back to
kinda-
the Zoom.
Maybe just to humble ourselves.
Yeah.
Get back to our
Zoom
roots.
show.
We might need to because we...
Back at the bar. Those good times.
They were, yeah.
Remember that.
I missed that. But 2 weeks in a row, we didn't put out any
Yeah,
pods.
that's unacceptable.
So, and
No
we need to be
pods.
better.
We will be better.
We will.
I think on last week's episode that we recorded that you guys will never get to hear because of Dylan, I think I had a big speech about how I'm going to be better as a podcaster. I'm going to be better to our listeners. I'm going to put more time, more dedication, prepare during the week instead of my pre-pod poops.
Yep.
That's when I've been doing most of my research.
Peter sent me a text this week and said, "Hey, we should probably prepare over the weekend so we're not scrambling during the week."
See, that's good.
And I
idea.
did no preparation
Nope.
over the weekend.
I just came up with the things we're going to talk about next week or 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
did
we have
good.
a segment coming.
Yep.
It's going to be fun. It's probably going to get people going,
Yeah.
as we've learned.
Also, I was supposed to run my beer mile last week, and
That didn't happen.
I was planning on it, and then it just never happened.
We realized we didn't really have anyone.
we didn't have the personnel,
We didn't. Yeah.
which
Didn't have enough people again.
ended up being a good thing because I was very hungover that morning.
Yeah.
After the Parker McCollum concert, I was planning on running a beer mile, so that was our first mistake.
to think that was even remotely possible.
I could have done it, but
Yeah.
it would not have went well.
Wouldn't have been great.
But yeah, if you're still listening with us at this point, we appreciate you.
Thank
Tip
you.
the hat.
I don't know why you are, but we very much appreciate you.
Mhm.
We know we aren't the best, but we're gonna work on it.
You know, it's the off season.
Yeah.
We say our season is football.
It
That's
is,
when we
yep.
thrive. And it's the off season. We're still working out some kinks. So hopefully when football hits, we'll be hitting the ground running.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
We'll be
It'll
back.
be good.
Also, doesn't help that our producer hasn't shown up in a month.
Should we talk about Max again?
Yeah, hate that guy.
Guess who wasn't here again today? Our good friend Max.
Spoiler alert: he wasn't here last week either, or probably the
Or
week before.
No, we gave him. No, he wasn't here the week before either.
Because we had the week off.
Oh yeah, neither were we.
Had the week off. Yeah. So technically 3 weeks in a row, but that's okay. Well,
But we put out an Indeed ad, and we have a new producer.
we
this
do have a new
week.
producer,
Yeah.
a fill-in producer. Chris, do you want to come here in front of the camera real quick?
Yeah, say hi.
A
Come say
little
hi.
job
Oh, and he
shack.
just steps. He might break the.
Oh, could
Might
be a
break the
1 week
light.
gig.
Chris, thanks for pressing the button today.
Yeah.
It's really all we needed.
Yeah.
Don't really need you for much more, so you can go back.
Okay. Well, it's good to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming over. We
Have a
appreciate
good
it.
show.
Thanks.
We'll try.
Thanks, man.
Probably won't. But,
It's a test run. We're going to see how
Oh, and he
things
steps
work.
on it again and he almost trips.
but we're still
Let's
running.
make this.
I think.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
Yeah, so we're going to be better. We apologize. We're going to be better. But let's move into down bads. I think Peters wants to start us off with a hot one.
So I have two. The first one, you guys didn't hear it last week. It was us because we took a week off. Things happened.
Mm-hmm.
In the TikTok comments, we got roasted.
We were able to throw out a TikTok.
Yeah,
I was able
check
to
out
get a
the
little bit of
TikTok.
footage.
It
Threw out a
did
TikTok about
numbies.
Husker football.
Did numbies.
Did
So I had the
Did
take
well.
that we're going to be good this year.
Yep.
I should say the Huskers are going to be good because somebody said that I refer to we as if I'm a part of the team. It's more just that
That's a normal
who
thing.
doesn't do that?
we're
honestly?
fans.
I do that when I bet on a team, and I want it to go our way. Like if the ball goes out of
Yeah,
bounds on the
that's our
team I
ball.
bet on, I said that's our ball.
That's our ball. Yeah.
That's some
That's a good
bullshit.
point.
That's our ball, ref.
That's a good point.
So
We're
I don't want to
saying-
hear it from whoever commented
Yeah,
that.
people saying typical delusional Husker fans. I get that there's no merit to why I should think that we're going to be 9-3. But I just think it's going to be our year.
If we're 9-0 heading into Michigan,
we'll be taking notes of who commented what.
Yeah.
A lot of Iowa
Keeping
fans
receipts.
were
Iowa
going at
State.
us. Iowa State was coming at us. Like, stay in your lane, Iowa State.
I like how
I don't need
somebody
to hear
said
from you.
that 8-4, but we're losing to North Dakota. Newsflash, that still goes over. Even if we go 8-4.
Yeah, true.
But if we, so I apologize for thinking that the Husker football team that I'm not a part of is going to be good.
You know, I think our TikTok fans will appreciate that apology.
Yeah, and my other down bad is a preemptive down bad. So I ordered 2 hats.
Okay.
And the problem is our mail has been getting stolen.
Your mail is getting stolen?
Somebody is has a master key.
Clay Rathman's in the house. Oh, he drills his head. Come on in, Clay. Haven't seen you in a while.
He needs to grab a beer first.
Oh, okay, grab a beer.
So
long day of work. Oh, sorry.
Somebody has a master key to all the package boxes.
Okay.
Or could be the mailman. But we think somebody has a master key and they're just stealing all of our packages.
Do you have any evidence?
Other than all the missing packages, no.
Okay.
But all of them say they've been delivered. So it's more preemptive down bad that I don't think I'm going to get the hats.
Probably not.
So that's going to be unfortunate.
What kind of hats were they?
2 TaylorMade hats.
Okay.
Mm.
That's tough that you lost them, though.
I haven't lost them yet.
So
they're supposed to be coming tomorrow.
You're thinking they are probably going to be
it's
stolen.
more of I'm getting prepared.
Okay, so are we going to be camping out at the mailbox?
It's a down bad for future Jordan.
Yeah, it's a future me down bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be checking it multiple times tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because
that's
not cool.
No.
Yeah, and
who's stealing mail?
Don't do that.
Because it's a package. You don't know what's in there.
Yeah.
So why are you stealing it? I mean, you're just taking a gamble.
Somebody stole.
I mean,
Rory's
it could pay off.
It could pay off big.
My dog just didn't get toys that month.
Wow.
We went out and bought him replacements, but
should get a ring.
It's community one.
But it's in the mailbox itself. Sometimes the smaller packages go into the mailbox, and somebody has a key to his mailbox or something to the community mailbox.
I see.
So it's nothing really he can do.
I'm hoping it doesn't happen.
Is it possible to just get your own mailbox, or do you have to use that?
I think it's how our neighborhood is set up.
So it's an easy solution. You get all the neighbors in on it, and you build a claymore and set it on the
so there is
beneath the mailbox, and then boom, he dies.
Yeah, there's talks of getting a community
just kill him.
Camera.
Could work.
I mean, no one cares about this, but it's a preemptive down bad that I don't think my hat's
No, keep
okay.
going. I care.
Yeah, I mean,
Just build a claymore.
Claymore.
Bouncing Betty.
You could put fake packages in there and fill it with
Bombs.
bombs or.
But what if
I
the
don't know.
mailman gets?
No, because if you put it in,
Right.
then the mailman
After
isn't
the
gonna
mail's
touch
already
it.
come.
Well,
yeah.
let's
somebody
probably
should
not put a
do-
bomb in there.
No.
what somebody should do is put a package in the box
Yeah.
and then put an air tag on it, and then we can see.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So if you're stealing mail in what's the neighborhood?
I can't remember the name of it.
In Peter's
north-
neighborhood,
yeah.
watch out because
Please don't.
the boys are going to be coming in hot. I think
Also, stop stealing mail.
yeah. Why are we stealing mail?
How many times have it been stolen?
Ours has been stolen twice.
Wow.
It's probably happened at least 10 times in the past 2 months.
Do you have any solutions, Clay?
Yeah. I think Trevin was the best one, the Claymore.
Claymore.
I think
the
it could
air
work.
tag
Take
is a
out
good
the
idea.
opposition.
You know,
Eliminate
AirTag
'em.
could work, but that's more long-term results. I want short-term.
You want death.
Yes, punishment.
Violence.
All right, thanks for that, Peters. Those were good.
Clay's searching Twitter for a down bad, which
Trevor, do you have one or you want me to go?
yeah,
Or do you have one, Clay?
No, I don't. I just want. It's National Boob Day today.
Hey, nice.
Boob?
So it's the guys that are down bad are the guys that are the butt guys.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
are you a butt guy?
I am. Yeah. I think.
So, are you down bad? You think?
Yeah.
Well,
They're both great.
No, I mean they're both good.
Glad we have a day to appreciate boobs.
They deserve a day.
No, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
That's the
Boobs
first thing
rock.
I read on my Twitter. National Boob Day.
Boobs
I'm
are
like,
cool.
Boobs.
All right. Speaking of
Man
boobs.
Yeah, booyah.
Okay, yeah.
Speaking of boobs, my down bad is anybody who was on the production of the Batgirl movie, because it just got pretty much cut. They filmed the whole movie, $90 million budget, and it's not being released on any platform. Per Warner Bros. They just decided it's not good enough. Essentially, short story straight. Short
story straight.
Long story short, I don't know where I was going with that. Wow,
Yes, you had
I've
a
only had
stroke.
half a beer too.
Had a stroke mid-sentence.
Yeah. Long story short, they filmed it all and they came out with a quote saying they're committed to making DC films like big theatrical events, and Batgirl just simply wasn't that.
Batgirl?
Batgirl.
Oh, okay. I thought
So,
you said
like,
Batgirl. And I was
No, Batgirl, like Batman, but
okay,
girl.
Batgirl.
You would think they would want to
So-
get some sort of.
yeah, that would really suck.
90
I mean,
million?
movies are hard to make.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work, a lot of people, a lot of time going to making a movie for it to just get scrapped.
Yeah.
You're down pretty bad. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, this was just a brief 3-minute toilet research, so I don't know all the details, but
That's when the best down bads come.
yeah,
Just a
it caught
quick
my eye.
search. Yeah, that's. I don't know. I wonder what goes into that
Yeah.
decision.
Because
Like, we have
wouldn't
to
you
scrap
think
the
like,
whole thing.
your
You-
option is negative 90 million,
Mhm.
or you just
Just put it
Or
on
you
the.
put it out and it.
It was
does
originally
something.
supposed to
It
go
flops.
It'll make
release
some
on
sort
the
of profit.
yeah. It's originally supposed to go on to HBO Max. So I don't know if HBO Max turned it
watched the
down.
screener and said, not
Yeah.
for us.
But still, there's a lot of bad movies out there.
Imagine the head people sitting down, excited to watch the finished
Yeah.
product, and then at the end they say, "We can't put this out."
Yeah.
How bad does it have to be?
Oh,
Has to
I
be
know.
almost cancelable.
Yeah, almost cancelable. Yeah,
So that producer's down bad, and whoever the head actress was.
that's a good one.
Sucks.
Clay, you have something? I have one.
Well, I saw something today. Christian Vasquez, I think his name is.
Oh, that was
Uh-oh.
mine.
Uh-oh.
That was yours.
Oh
huh?
no, no, it's okay. Go ahead.
Could have
What?
a duel down bad.
Well, I think it's kind of funny how you legitimately just have to walk across the field to play for your next team.
Yeah, we'll throw the video
Do you
up.
want to give some? Yeah, I was gonna say.
Uh,
I honestly didn't even watch the video.
bones to the
I just kind of laughed.
So Christian Vasquez, he is on the Red Sox, and there's this video of him doing an interview, and then in the middle of it, someone says, "Hey, you've been traded to the Astros," who they're playing at the Astros stadium mid-interview. So someone yanks him from the interview and walks him to the other dugout because he got traded to the other team mid-game. That would be
So you
wild.
should be over here.
Yeah, that'd be so weird because you don't know any of your teammates,
Yeah.
your new teammates, and then you're gonna play against all the guys you've been grinding with for
Exactly.
I don't know how long he's been there, probably 3 or 4 years.
I wonder if
The
he played in the
Astros
game.
good this year,
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
really
the
good.
Astros are
I don't
good.
think he.
or the Red
I
Sox?
think he played.
They're
I don't know.
I
okay.
think he has.
They
a
They're
had
in the middle.
that they had
Did
that
he play in
run.
the game?
No,
he didn't play. Okay.
That would have been wild. Are the Red Sox are middle, right? Middle of the pack.
They had that run for
500.
a while where they were outscored 48-2.
Yeah.
That was a little
Should we talk
inaccurate
a little
there,
baseball
but
for
it seemed
30
like
seconds?
it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Juan Soto to the
Mhm.
Padres?
I did see that.
He
So
did-
now they have Manny Machado, Juan Soto,
and Tatis.
and Fernando Tatis.
Did they trade?
Wow, I just
Hosmer?
did that.
Yeah, do they still have Hosmer?
No, I think they traded him. He was to the
Oh.
Red Sox.
Interesting.
But yeah, it was a little baseball talk.
That's
How- our
That's
baseball
enough
talk.
for me.
Baseball.
So how are the
I'll
Cubs
tune in
doing?
the playoffs.
Yeah,
They're really
Kevin, how
bad.
are the Cubs?
Cubs
doing?
are almost dead last, but they didn't sell Wilson Contreras or Ian Happ,
Who
which
is dead
everybody
last?
thought they would.
The Pirates, they
No,
pretty bad.
Pirates aren't that bad.
Probably the Royals.
Royals, are they pretty bad this
Royals
year?
and the,
Jeez,
yeah.
unbelievable.
Yep.
Is who's still coaching at the Royals?
Who cares?
What was his name? Who won the World Series?
It's not
Yost?
It's not Yost.
Not Yost.
Fudge.
Oh,
Is it the Mike Matheny from
I think it is Matheny.
from the Red Sox? Wow, look at me.
Is
That's enough
Is
baseball
Zambrano still swinging the bat?
No.
Is Kev still a big Royals guy?
Yeah, I think he watches it like every night.
Kev.
Can't
I
be.
bet
I just don't
if
watch
they're playing
anymore.
right now, he might.
We got to find a new hobby this year.
Yeah, that's gotta
Yeah?
be tough to watch.
Kusuke Fukudome, is he still?
No,
No, he's not. No.
I don't think he's. I haven't
He
heard
might
that
not
name
be
since-
alive.
I haven't heard that name.
You had
since
didn't you
middle
have a jersey
school.
of his?
I had a jersey
I
shirt.
had a
Jersey
shirt,
shirt.
jersey shirt.
Yeah.
I also had
Yep.
Soriano.
I had a Soriano shirt. I liked playing with him on like MLB.
Liked his batting
08
form.
or something like
Yeah,
that.
good batting form.
Good.
Really cool lead-off batting form. All right, that's enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's enough
holy
baseball.
cow. Sorry
Let's
if you fell asleep.
move into a little golf. We have a couple stories. Tiger was offered between 700 and 800 million to join LIV.
Mm-hmm. That's
That's
Yeah.
insane.
That's
And he turned it down.
yeah. I mean, why would he take it? He doesn't need it, but
Mhm.
still, that's so much money.
It's a ton of
It's a
money.
lot of money.
I wonder what
A
like
lot of money to see in your bank account the next.
is that like the
day.
biggest offer ever turned down? Like sport, it's got to be sports
gotta
wise,
be.
but just
Absolutely.
in the history of
That
the
might
world.
just be in business one of the
Yeah.
biggest offers.
So what
In
would happen?
anything?
What would happen to the PGA if Tiger went to LIV? Do you think?
I think you'd see a lot more guys
I think
leave
so too.
because
Yeah.
it's like if the greatest ever to do it is like whatever.
Yeah.
That's like a voice that's leaving. People will look up to Tiger. It's not, and then you're not gonna bat. You're not gonna talk bad on him. If he goes,
Yeah.
it's just that's a sign. Either you have to think about it. Okay, it's 700 to 800 million. I get why he would leave. I'm not going to. Or you can be like, wow, there's something seriously underlying. There's some serious underlying problems with the PGA Tour,
Mm-hmm.
which must be why he left. Because he was already a billionaire. He became a billionaire this year,
Yeah.
like officially.
Theoretically, LIV would be like perfect for him right now because he doesn't have to play much.
Yeah.
He would never do it, but it's 12 events a year.
Yeah.
So
But
it's
the only
guaranteed
reason he's
money.
playing now is for majors. He
Yeah.
doesn't care about any other tournament.
Yeah, he only plays in like
He's just
5
trying to chase the
tournaments a year
record.
anyway.
Do you think there's any number he would have accepted?
Not at that. No, not
I
at
don't
that
think
height.
think
there
so.
is. But if they were like, you can have $2 billion, like that's.
No.
I don't
I
think
don't
he
know
would.
if he would.
I don't think he would, but
$2 billion.
I feel like that's a discussion.
Oh yeah. I mean,
You talk that over.
Maybe we'll have him on the pod. To
The
discuss.
real discussion. The real
We'll see.
discussion is how much money do you make pumping oil in the Middle East?
true.
A lot.
That
They
is
have so much money over
rich.
there.
Maybe
It's
that's what
insane.
we should do. Why don't we move there?
Start pumping oil.
If
We
Liv
could
wants to
pump
make
some
us an
oil.
offer. Liv could make us an offer.
Yeah.
We could start a podcast in Pakistan or in Saudi
Yeah.
Arabia.
Saudi, yeah. The Boys Sound Bad could commentate LIV. That'd be wild.
I think we
I'd
would
do it.
sell out so fast.
Oh, yeah.
like wouldn't be a question.
$10,000.
I would. Yep. Sure.
We'll go.
Fine. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, we podcast on the weekends and then we work for the oil companies during the weekdays.
Mm-hmm. Clay,
We'd
who
have
is,
to play.
who is the guy you sent us a tweet who got roasted for saying, is his last name Hahn?
James Hahn.
James Hahn? Did you send us
Oh,
that?
he got
I saw that. I know
He
what
got
you're talking
roasted.
about.
roasted. He was just complaining about like the new PGA Tour schedule came out, and like they're like it's actually insane because a guy like that plays 30, 40 weeks out of the year probably, if not more.
Yeah, he
And
said.
he's going from like Asia to Hawaii to Mexico back to like somewhere else
Yeah.
to America maybe, I don't even know.
James
just-
Hahn. He
Mhm.
said, take a look at the new PGA Tour schedule, and you'll understand why players are upset. Vegas to Japan to South Carolina to Bermuda to Mexico. For the viewers, it's a flick of a remote. For us, it's 20-hour travel days and tens of thousands of dollars in expenses.
Then don't play in all of them.
And then he went on to say how he was missing his daughter's first day of school, because he's played in like 7 events in a row or something like that.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to. I guess
Yeah.
maybe in order to keep his card he does.
I feel like you wouldn't have to play in all of them. Like
Well, if he doesn't finish in the top
Yeah, if
10
he
every
doesn't-
time,
yeah.
he might have
Yeah.
to.
Did you see
And
what
if he's not good at budgeting, he surely might.
he replied to his own tweet and said, "We should be playing in major cities, places where they have an NFL team, not Bermuda and Puerto Rico. Us little guys have feelings too." That's too far.
soft,
Like, get
yeah.
over it, buddy. You're playing the best courses in the world.
Yeah.
I would pay. Everybody pays money to play these. He's getting paid hundreds of thousands to play them.
That's true.
That's my perspective.
Or
Mhm.
just join LIV if you want to
Yeah.
complain about it.
Yeah.
Well,
All I
maybe
complain about
maybe
so
he
much,
hasn't
go
been
join
offered.
LIV.
Everybody has work. Everybody has life come up. That's a little reality check, James Hahn.
I don't know.
I would trade my life for yours in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Also, come on the pod to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James, come on the pod.
Yeah, but I
can
get. I
trust
mean, it's the
it.
Sure he's
travel.
listening.
I understand where he's coming from. I mean, I can see both
Yeah.
perspectives.
This must suck having to go to Bermuda to play golf and get paid.
I mean, well, maybe if he doesn't make the cut, he doesn't get paid.
Then
He
just be
spends
better.
tens of thousands of dollars in expenses.
True, but he gets sponsorships.
Yeah, but
Still getting money.
yeah, that's true. I don't know how
I
much
don't know.
the
I'm
I don't
sure
know how
he's
much
doing
a
fine.
sponsor. I don't know how
He's
much.
fine.
He's doing fine.
But apparently not, because he's having to travel from Japan to Bermuda to Vegas. Oh,
Oh, that sucks.
He might lose money in Vegas, but
Yeah.
that's different reasons.
maybe there's an underlying issue. I just reverted back to this. It's the budgeting.
Mm. Is that
It's a little
not
too much
falling
time.
Dave
Has
Ramsey?
he established a budget? Has he established his monthly expenses?
Probably not.
And is he putting away 15% in his 401k? Does he?
Maybe you
Does-
should tweet at him.
Did he buy a car with cash,
Mm.
or did he buy a new car, and is paying $500, $600 a month for the car?
Probably more.
Did he put 20% down on his home?
That's a good idea.
These are great questions.
These are the hard-hitting questions
These are the
we
ones,
need to ask.
These are the underlying questions
Yes.
that Ramsey would ask.
Ramsey would ask.
Ramsey Solutions. Dave Ramsey.
Yes, I'm familiar with Dave
familiar.
Ramsey.
And these are the questions he would ask.
Mm-hmm.
He would be like, how much money are you spending on golf? And he'd be
Maybe
like,
we rein it
why
back
are
a
your
little
car
bit."
payments $800 a month? You have $47,000 in student loan debt? The government's not going to help you.
Well,
Has the government ever helped
maybe.
you? That's what he says.
yeah.
I'm holding tight
On the student loan.
on the
repayment?
student loan
Yeah.
repayment.
Why wouldn't you?
Why not? It's
Yeah.
free money.
Free money.
I don't know. So yeah, James, just think about it. Just you know what? I'll be rooting for him this year.
Yeah. What was Patrick Reed's deal? He was explaining.
Oh
Korea or
yeah, so
something?
he joined the LIV tour because he didn't like the 72-hole events with the cut and possibly not getting paid, and to spend more time at home with family. So it was just announced like either today or yesterday that he's now heading to the Korean tour to play a couple events there, which, spoiler alert, are 72-hole events with a cut. So he's traveling to Japan and I don't know where else, like Taiwan or something, to play golf for 2 weeks. When the whole reason he left the PGA was to not do that. So nice work there, Patrick.
Nice effort.
Idiot. Nope, nobody likes him.
So-
anyways.
Literally no one.
Pat Perez, I read this
was
today.
insane. I saw
He's
this.
what 38 over or 35
Mhm.
over in two
Yeah.
tournaments, or
He's
the
been
the deficit
40
from his score to the winners is 35 strokes,
I thought it was like 40. Yeah,
something
it's
like that, something
way
stupid,
off.
and he's finishing like, bottom quarter of the leaderboard, and he was won both.
But because he's on a good
He's
team.
made like 1.75 million.
Yeah, and he doesn't care, which he shouldn't. He's like, I'm getting,
Yeah.
I'm securing the bag.
Do they get to pick their own teams? Or
There's
He
a
got
draft.
drafted.
Oh, there's
There's
a
a
draft.
draft.
Okay.
Isn't he on DJ's team though?
He was on DJ's team.
DJ's team is just stacked.
Yeah, sometimes like I look at those teams drafted, and it seems like I don't know how they get drawn, because it seems like there's an American team a lot, and then there's like a South African team, or like it seems like it's almost country to country. All these guys.
I feel like some of it is like you want the big name, like you want DJ to win mostly because he's like the star.
Yeah.
So you want his team to be good because it's like
and you're gonna root for Phil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phil's kind of, I don't know. I haven't really thought of him
heard
in a
of-
while.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
His vibes have been kind of sus.
Yeah, he's been
Well,
quiet.
and
Suspect.
I think it's too. He just hasn't really been on social media at all. He's not really promoting his brand as much anymore.
because he kind
I
of
think he
Kind of lost.
I get it,
Yeah.
but
All-
man, he
all
used to be a
brand
really
is
funny guy.
filmmaker.
What
I
happened to
think-
the coffee?
Yeah.
I think,
The-
and we
The
call
wellness
this
whatever you called it.
Fireside with Phil.
Yeah, what happened
Fireside.
to Fireside
I
with
love
Phil?
those videos.
Yeah.
Those are
This
funny.
is something where
What
we
happened to
can
hitting bombs?
we could start looking at, and this is what the folks called it. It's called a rebranding.
Mm-hmm.
Phil could maybe use a rebranding in order to promote himself back on Instagram.
What angle
And
would
Twitter.
you take?
Yeah.
Um,
Would you take like a
Financial
my
advice.
target market probably it wouldn't probably be in America.
Okay.
No, probably not.
Maybe more towards the Middle East, and maybe to Eastern Europe.
Okay. That's the target market.
And because
Okay.
we already,
What's the target audience?
The target-
the type of person you want.
well, we
Part of your
could look
brand.
at some golfers, or we can look at the oil producers that and the companies that the oil companies. He should be sponsored by oil companies because Callaway and all of them dropped them, or maybe Callaway's still with them.
Yeah, get an oil company sponsor.
I know
More people should do that.
Yeah.
because you could make a lot of money.
Rack it in.
Because he's already developed in his brand over here, so now he needs to focus somewhere else, and let the situation right now just marinate and die down. Then he'll get his brand back on Twitter in the U.S., and then in the meantime, we focus on getting an oil company involved.
Yeah.
As a sponsorship. One oil company that would be really good to look at is Burisma,
I knew where you go with that.
and we have connections in America
We do.
that actually happen to be on the board.
Yeah.
And so I think that would be somewhere to look at. I think really anywhere. I just think we really need to develop his brand again because he used to be really funny on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah.
So Phil, if you're listening, you're welcome. We're kind of just helping
Phil,
people.
just go after Burisma.
We're
That's
helping
what we
people's
want.
lives. We fixed James Hahn's financial woes. We helped
Like we said,
Phil rebrand.
you can learn a lot from this.
But I think a lot of these guys have still like kind of kept their name out there, even though they've joined LIV. But like Phil's just kind of like not doing much anymore.
Yeah.
I did say this maybe on a past podcast. I can't remember, but if these guys don't perform well in LIV golf, if they aren't going to be able to perform well, and they don't perform well, especially if they don't perform well in the majors, no one's going to care about them anymore. No one's going to watch them over at LIV Golf because literally what they have to die on right now is their performance in the majors because that's still what everyone watches. And if they're not going to perform well in those tournaments, no one's going to bother watching them over at LIV Golf. It doesn't matter who you are. I mean, they gotta hope that they can still play in those because no one's just gonna jump ship and watch LIV. I mean, I've hardly watched
feel
any
like
of it 'cause I don't watch golf.
They
unless it's
kind of know
majors.
that that's part of the deal, though. When they accepted like going to LIV and getting all
That's
the
why
money,
you take like hundreds of millions of dollars. It's because you're gonna lose.
Because
they
you're
knew
risking.
they're gonna lose their fan base.
Yeah,
a lot.
that they're risking a lot. Their fan base, and like I said, as long as I think more and more people are starting to warm up to LIV Golf. Personally, I don't really care. I understand both sides. I'm just not going to watch it because I don't like watching golf unless it's a major.
Yeah.
And I'm certainly not going to watch LIV Golf unless there's some serious, competition that's starting. I don't think that they don't have enough players right now to make it nearly as competitive.
Right.
But at the same time, if all these guys start playing in these majors 4 times a year and just absolutely shit the bed, I mean, no one's going to care to watch them in the LIV Golf tournaments anyway. And then, I mean, that's how you have to get viewers.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it costs to go to a tournament. Like what? A few bucks? $20?
I've heard the vibe is weird there. Like from the 2 tournaments that were in the United States, people say it's just weird.
Sus vibes.
Very sus
Did you see
vibes.
who
If
played
I
in
had
the
to pick a
Pro-Am?
word to describe.
Huh?
You see who played in the pro-am?
Yeah,
I'm gonna send
Don.
it to
Don.
Donnie?
Donnie
Donald
T.
Trump.
Played in the Pro-Am.
Donnie.
That's awesome.
Donald Trump.
Well, is that his course? So
Yeah.
Is that his
Got some good
course?
action.
Yeah, he did.
There were a lot of you. Tucker Carlson was there.
yeah, no, he
Who
actually
else?
was.
Really?
Yeah, who else
Tuck was there.
He was
The
probably
Nelk
following
boys.
Donald.
Nelk Boys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
The Nelk boys were there.
It's a good group. Right
There's
there.
some fun names
Good.
over there.
Was Caitlyn Jenner there? Did I see?
Caitlyn Jenner was
Caitlyn
there.
Jenner was there.
Yeah.
Just a good group of people.
Just got a lot of
hodgepodge.
good head on their shoulders. What we like
A
to say.
smorgasbord of people.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, moving on from golf, that was a good conversation. Peters is fired up about Royals baseball right now.
No one cares. You
just
really
got
can't be
traded.
that upset about it.
Well, it's like I would go to their games to watch him. There's nobody else.
When you were
I get
11,
that. No, I get that. When the
Oh,
Cubs
When
traded
you were
away
11.
I went last year.
when the Cubs traded away like Anthony Rizzo and Chris Bryant and Javi at the same time, it really made me sad.
Yeah, it's
So
just
we
like
had a
you
lot of
give up
experience with them and won a World Series with them, and it was
Like,
sad. I
everyone-
remember being like
every
physically.
good player they just trade for prospects.
Yep.
It's like that guy could
Prospects.
suck.
Yeah.
Only-
that's like what happened to me when Phil Mix got traded to LIV. Really got choked up, really tough.
I was thinking today, like literally on the drive over here, I think I figured out how to be a sports general manager.
Okay.
I think I figured it out. So you take good players in the league and get them on your team and trade them away for future like draft picks. Like in the NBA, that's all I would do. Because draft picks, they don't always pan out. Why not take somebody who's proven to be good in their career and put them on their team and sell them to some sucker team? Say, hey, here's some first-round draft picks.
Oh,
that
sell your
might not,
first-round picks.
Yeah,
in
they might not
for
pan
good
out,
players.
but here's some. That's all I would do. Especially
good
that's
idea.
what the Rams have been doing for 5 years.
That is true.
And look how it's
Very
worked
true.
for them. I mean, I know there's probably salary cap issues and crap, but I don't care about that.
Or you just
That's
have
future organization
You
problem.
could pay,
You-
you pay luxury
problem.
tax.
you
and
could
fine.
Yeah.
you could do that, or if you just have the last name Dolan, and you're just an owner, you just have to have the
Yeah.
last name Dolan, and then you can have other positions on the board.
There you go. That's true.
That's as easy as that.
Yeah.
Like the Knicks.
No, it's
I just
very
don't
easy.
understand. Like, why do you trade like the people? Because
You
Perez
work
is
your
old.
way up.
Oh, MLB is weird.
Because
Mhm.
Salvador Perez is old. You have him for a couple more years, and then it's like you just gave away the guy who's going to sell tickets and your best player for an infielder and a prospect. And you're
MLB is the
sending-
one I do it with the most because there's so many
Yeah.
prospects out there. You don't know if they're going to pan out.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them do, but a lot of them don't.
get, or you just sell tickets.
Good
They have
Or
so
you
many
just
prospects.
quit watching baseball.
Yeah, I could do that too.
Well, that's a vibe killer.
Especially
Who wants to sit through a 162 game
it's
season?
ridiculous. 162 games.
That is insane.
No, but you go watch one for fun.
Yeah.
You make a trip of it.
You pay $9 for a corn dog, then you pay $14 for a beer.
Yeah, that's why you
You go out
do
to
it
the
once.
outfield and do that.
Depending
little
how good
home
your
run
team
thing.
is, you're either paying $30 or $150 for a ticket on a
Fucking-
Saturday or Sunday. Not to mention, hot year this year. I don't know if you've heard. 105 degrees, humid. You're sweating by inning 2.
Swamp
you got
ass.
a seat. You got a seat, and you
Oh.
just missed the awning.
Yeah.
So you're just in that sun.
You're in the
You're
weird,
in the sun.
the weird drunk stage where like you're drunk but you're kind of miserable because you're so
Yeah.
hot and you just feel
There's nothing worse
terrible.
than like the bleacher seats and you get swamp ass.
Yeah.
It's so
And you're
uncomfortable.
chafing
There's
the next
nothing you
day.
can do.
Yep.
And it's it's a great time.
Yeah, you do
It
it
is
once
a good
year.
time every now and then.
Yeah, once a year is fine, maybe.
Cheer up, Clay.
Let's move into the Bachelorette. I'm excited to talk about this.
Yeah, we talked about sports way too much
yeah,
on this pod.
We talked we talked about the Bachelorette
Unlike us.
last week.
Nancy
a lot.
Pelosi is currently in Taiwan. Anyway, go ahead.
Thank you. We talked about the Bachelorette a lot last week, but we lost the footage and audio. So we're gonna do
Whose fault was
a
that?
quick. That was my fault.
Also mine.
And yeah, it was
Also
everyone's.
mine.
Also
Team
Peter's.
fault.
We're gonna give a quick recap for Clay because Peter's, Trevin, and I watch it every week. Clay, have you seen any episodes yet, Clay?
No.
No.
Mm.
Okay.
You're missing
Well,
out.
there's 2 Bachelorettes. Did you know this?
I know. Yeah.
Okay.
I know what's happening.
Okay, so you know what's going on a little bit.
There's a Colorado girl and then Rachel.
Gabby
Yeah.
and Rachel.
Blonde and Gabby.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, it's not working out very well.
Yeah.
I
No.
don't know if you could predict that, but
The first couple episodes were kind of chaos. No one really knew what was going on. The guys
It's just
didn't
the wild,
know what they
wild
were
west.
doing. Because I mean, you're trying to impress 2 girls, which it's difficult to do.
Yeah.
But
You're telling one girl one thing, and then you're telling another girl the other thing, and then you
and
get
guess
your
what?
words.
They're friends. They're best friends, so they're
best
gonna talk
friends,
about it.
and then they talk about it, and
Yeah.
like he said this to me. Oh well, I think he actually said this to me,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh, there's a miscommunication there, and it's like, Well, okay, obviously, so he's into you, but is he just lying to me? Like, I don't know if I can trust him.
Yeah.
And it's
pretty
like,
much
as a
you're
guy, you're
nailing
like, well,
it. You're nailing it.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to hook
doesn't
up.
need to
Name
watch.
here, and
Yeah.
you're
I'm trying to hook
Talking about
up
The
with
Bachelor.
both women.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
He's
like, how as a
going for
guy
both.
you enter, it's like, how do I get to the fantasy suites with both?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
That's probably what some of them are like.
Yeah.
Some of those
That was
guys.
probably-
Other guys are probably trying to find true love.
Mm-hmm.
And now they have to decide on two absolutely beautiful dimes.
Yes.
That's hard to do.
It's not going well. It
Well,
wasn't in the first couple episodes.
Yeah. So last week's episode, not this
Mhm.
week's, they like thought they Gabby and Rachel had a good plan. They thought they had it all figured out,
Mhm.
where they would literally make the guys decide if they want to be with Gabby or Rachel, and they'd have to choose. When Gabby would offer somebody a rose, he'd have to accept it. Then he'd be on Gabby's side, like, and then they split them up.
Mhm.
Like
So-
they're on different sides of the ship now.
Mhm.
There's Team Gabby and there's Team Rachel, and that really backfired because Rachel offered like 3 guys in a row a rose, and he said, "I can't accept this. I'm here for Gabby."
Yeah. So
And
she got
Rachel
shot down
got
Yeah.
3 times.
put on
She's-
skates.
so insecure
Yeah.
now. It's kind of funny.
and she's
So-
being crazy.
So is there a lopsided now? Is it like, okay, now Gabby has like 6 guys
Well,
and she has like 4?
A little bit, because our friend Meatball, he loved Meatball.
Meatball.
He was in it for Gabby. Rachel offers him a rose. He says, "No, I'm here for Gabby." And then Gabby doesn't give him a rose, so Meatball's like has an oh shit moment. He's like, "I'm gonna go home." So then he comes and finds Rachel after the rose ceremony and says, "Hey Rachel, I just kind of froze in the moment.
Mhm.
I haven't really got a chance to talk to you, but I'm open to getting to know you." And she gave him a rose.
And what
Or
was
let him
funny?
back on.
Really?
What was
Yeah,
funny?
so
and-
Which is, that seems a little odd.
So-
Seems a little odd from this Bachelor last
Yeah.
season.
So this happened.
Yeah.
Like in the extra credits after
Yeah.
the show is when Meatball went up to her and was like, "Hey, I made a mistake." Then in the next episode this week, he was just in the show.
Yeah, they
like it
didn't
didn't
really
even
show
show
the
her
aftermath.
saying yes. Like they had no
It was kind
backstory
of
of
a
Meatball.
cliffhanger that just didn't get.
Yeah,
an
he was just
answer
in- he
until
was just in
we
the
just
group.
saw him, and it's like, oh, I
Meatball's
guess
back.
Meatball's just back.
Who was the Bachelor before? I forgot.
Clayton.
Bachelor.
Clayton.
Clayton Urchard.
And he sucked.
She's going to make the same mistake twice because Clayton begged Rachel to come back on the show.
Mhm.
Did. Now this guy begged Rachel to come back on the show. Rachel accepts. Rachel and Clayton are the same person?
Now, if you can picture this, I don't think Meatball
Maybe
is
not.
going to go very far. His
No.
name's Meatball.
That's his
He's
nickname.
funny. I
He's
like
funny,
Meatball.
but
That's his
he's-
real
it's
name.
nickname.
You can.
Oh, no.
She said it.
I
James.
think it's James.
Yeah.
James, does he look like a meatball?
He
No.
looks like.
Does he?
I mean,
Is
he
he-
looks like an Italian.
He like
guy.
sells meatballs.
Yeah, he looks
That's
like
his job. That's why it's
if you went to a meatball, an Italian restaurant,
yeah,
You'd see.
you'd see Meatball there.
greasy hair, beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool
You-
guy though.
Yeah.
I love
does he have the
Meatball.
twist beard or not?
No, but maybe I can show you a picture real quick.
Yeah, we'll put a picture up on the YouTube
Yeah, we will.
page.
Meatball. That's
Also,
an
didn't
unfortunate
Clayton
nickname.
beg Susie?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, both.
Both. Okay.
And then he said no to both again.
He said psych.
Wait, didn't he end up with Susie?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I meant Gabby. Sorry.
This is Meatball.
He begged Gabby too.
This is Meatball on the left.
Yeah, he's a little sweaty.
Yeah, sweaty,
Greasy.
greasy.
Just came out of the back.
Yeah, off the shop.
So Clay, you're pretty caught up, honestly.
Yeah.
You didn't even have to watch, and you know. What's
I
gonna
just,
happen.
it's two people.
Lot of
It's
drama.
a lot of storyline.
The one thing I was wrong about is I thought Gabby and Rachel would absolutely hate each other by the end of the show, but I think they're going to be just fine. They're
think so?
still because they've been talking about things and getting through it together. So
I hope they do. I don't know.
Yeah.
So let's go through the episode. It opens with Hayden, our friend Hayden.
He sucks.
He sucks. He was caught on film talking to Meatball.
How do you spell Hayden?
Hayden is Hayden.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's how you spell Hayden.
So he got into some trouble last week because he said that Gabby was rough around the edges, and said that
said that to her.
Said that to her.
Not the nicest thing to say. to
Now-
someone. It was a little.
She did.
What does he mean by that?
Well, she called herself rough around the edges to him earlier. So then he brought it up again and said, "You know what? You're a little rough around the edges. I don't think it's going to work out with us." She didn't like that. Which
So
I get
she
it.
said that she was rough around the edges, and then he went to confirm.
Correct.
Yeah, but Clay, with women, they can say whatever they want about themselves, but you can't say it back.
Oh,
That's,
sure.
That's how it works.
So
Sure.
he ended up He said, that bitch can call herself rough around the edges, but when I do it, it's a problem. What the fuck? Yes, but they bleeped it out. But so he's kind of the villain now, or he was in this episode. Didn't he say something else?
Huh?
Didn't he say something else, or was that it?
He was just kind of
talking.
Trust these.
Oh yeah, he
bitches
said you can't
or
trust these
something.
bitches too.
Yeah, so he's in deep water.
So
Yeah, but he should know that. That's kind of a.
so
Oh, and he was comparing his ex's, was it her tits or
Tits.
ass, to Rachel's.
tits, yeah.
Like, and he was talking about that with the guys, like how his ex is like better than Rachel or something.
That'll go
something
over.
you can't-
You
very-
have
go over well.
no awareness, no common sense. If you're talking
Yeah.
about all that stuff, you're being filmed.
Yeah.
Like,
And you're also talking to guys.
Well,
who
yeah,
are-
it's also not real. This is all fake. It's acting.
Some people,
think
I'm
all
very
it is.
convinced that some people have a role just to be a villain.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
they're
And
the
that's
producers
probably
pay 'em
Hayden.
extra.
could
It's
be
probably
Hayden.
Hayden because
I'm
there's
just
just no
shocked
way
they
you do
spelled the
some
name
things.
right.
Yeah.
It's also you're saying that to somebody who's
Uh,
competing for that person.
Yeah. Clay, there is a guy named Eric. He spells it ERICH.
I was thinking like ERIQ.
Yeah, something weird.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Eric.
Rach- Rachel and Gabby go on some nice dates with Tino and Jason. Both good guys.
Yeah.
I like
I like
Tino a
both of
lot.
them.
He's
Tino-
a good dude.
Tino's a solid
He's gonna
guy.
go far. I think Jason's gonna go far too.
Tino's easy on the eyes.
He is. He's a good looking dude.
Tino?
In the most-
He looks like a Tino. Like
In the
he'd be
most
like,
non-gay way. Tino.
Seriously
Tino looks
possible.
good.
He's easy on the eyes.
Yeah, so his name's Tino.
Yeah, his
Tino.
name's Tino.
Tino.
Tino's
so
a
Gabby's
cool
in
name.
yeah, Tino. Yeah, that's good.
He's with
Cool name.
Rachel.
Rachel.
Yeah.
Is he Italian? Tino.
He kind of looks a little bit Italian.
Mm.
I don't think he's
Isn't Rachel?
fully-
Isn't her last? Isn't she Italian?
Yeah.
Isn't her dad?
Yeah,
like
her
Yeah,
dad
like
is
yeah.
scary. A scary Italian guy.
yeah.
Could be something there.
Could be something there. They
Rachel introduces his dad. So Dad, this is Tino. I don't know. I just don't see that rolling over very well.
I don't love the name Tino.
I don't like
kind of
name.
like
You
it.
do kind of
I
like
feel-
it?
is
Yeah,
it
it seems like a
an
cool guy.
abbreviation?
I like Tony.
Tony.
I don't like Tino.
That's her dad's name, Tony.
Tony.
Yeah.
Big Tony.
Big Tone.
Big Tony.
Yeah.
We'll see. I shouldn't judge. I've never seen the guy.
I'm reading this recap.
I've never met him.
Also, I think Hayden likes his dog a little too much.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
Yeah,
I love my dog, but like,
that was his like Hail Mary. He knew he
Yeah.
was in.
Can't blame him there.
He was down because Meatball
He
actually
was like,
told him.
listen, I have a dog. That's what his final
Well,
card
no,
was.
his dog has cancer and
He was actually-
has like a couple months to live, and he was just talking about how big of a sacrifice it was for him to be on there. But then he brought a picture book of his dog, and he was like showing it to Rachel,
It was the Hail Mary.
and Rachel didn't really care.
And so he brought the dog stuff for the sympathy.
yeah,
And Rachel's a cat girl.
She was not a cat girl, but she didn't really give him the reaction he wanted. So he
he
kind
got
of-
mad at that.
got
too.
mad at that.
Yeah.
So then Meatball goes and tells Rachel about the whole what Hayden was saying earlier.
Yep.
That's when she confronts Hayden, and she like approaches him, and she's like a teacher. She's like, Hayden, do you know why I called you in here? And he's like, I'm thinking it's about the dog. And she's like, the dog?
Yeah,
And she
that
gets
was funny.
pissed. And so she goes off on Hayden.
And sent
They
him
have
In
a
front of
fight.
everyone?
No.
No, not in front of everyone, but goes off on him and kicks him out. So Hayden's gone. They're also on a cruise ship for this season.
Got a whole
No.
cruise ship to themselves.
Whole cruise ship.
Sounds awful.
You wouldn't like that?
No.
Hmm.
they're also in France.
France, yeah, they had some.
Kind of sick where they together.
Yeah, they had some dates by the
You
Eiffel
can't
Tower.
blame Meatball for getting back in because
No.
he was in LA and he's like, shit, they're going to France.
I gotta get back in
I
there.
gotta make a move.
Never been to France.
That was kind of mostly what happened.
Yeah, well, I want to talk about how on Gabby's group date, how Rachel just
yeah.
threw a fit.
Holy
Yeah,
cow.
I had.
So Gabby had this
points.
group date with all her guys, and then I guess Rachel's guys came and just watched it because they were like doing a big fight in a boxing rink, and Rachel was all butthurt that none of her guys would make eye contact with her or give her any attention, and she made a mess out of it.
Yeah.
Started crying and freaked out on them.
So Gabby's group date was she had all her guys box each other in the boxing ring. So then Rachel brings her guys in, and the guys are standing around the ring, like obviously you're watching the boys box.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna be
cool.
watching the boys box.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be
that's-
looking at, my girl who's way back there. Like,
I want to see
"Hey,
someone beat the
how's it
crap
going?"
out of someone.
Yeah, exactly.
I had
And she got mad
Ra-
at that.
yeah, I had
Because
Rachel
she wasn't
was in
getting
her
enough
head.
attention.
Yes, correct.
That's
Because
kind of
there's
how the
boxing
whole.
going on.
That's
I
how
said
the whole
boys like to
series
watch
is
each other
gone.
fight.
Yes.
She
Yeah.
was in her head. They were locked in. I
Yeah.
just want to watch some guys hit each
If,
other.
Guys
if your
like
friends are
sport.
boxing each other, I'm gonna be watching that. I'm not gonna be looking at you.
But the whole series is gone. Like, Gabby starts getting attention from guys. Rachel gets super insecure, and then Rachel will start getting some. This was like a couple weeks ago. Rachel was getting a lot of attention, and Gabby started getting real insecure.
Mhm.
Insecure. So it's kind of just been seesawing back and forth.
Back and
But now it's been more Rachel. Really
Rachel
not
had
feeling
an
it.
episode.
Yeah, and the previews did not look good for Rachel either.
She just has a breakdown.
Yeah. I mean, that's every preview, but
It wasn't great.
It seems like she's just kind of an emotional roller coaster.
yeah.
She's dating
And I haven't watched.
8 different guys at the same time.
Yeah,
It would be hard.
tough.
I get it.
But she's
I
got
think
some
it'd be
good
really
guys.
funny if she fell in love with more than one person. I think that'd be very
Yeah.
funny.
That'd be great.
Be very hypocritical.
I just don't like how she complains so much about how people don't like her when she has like 3 really good guys. Like
Yeah.
She's
Tino,
also
Tyler. I like Tyler a lot. He was the guy. He won like the making.
Tyler's
out date
typically go
thing,
pretty far.
Yeah.
And they had a good dinner together.
also
Yeah.
saying that no one likes her, but she's literally the Bachelorette. So
Yeah.
clearly people like her.
Correct.
Yeah. It's
I
a
don't
little too much. Needs to tone it down.
Well, on the bright side, whoever loses this, 'cause someone's both probably will end up getting a breakup at the end of this.
Mm-hmm.
It's what always happens. They never work out, and then they'll just work one step further down to the Bachelor in Paradise.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works.
Yep.
You start you start at the Bachelor. You
win
you,
that.
you get second or third, your top 3, maybe a top 4, and then you're recruited to be the Bachelorette. And then they have their stunt there. That doesn't work out. And then you swing down to
Part
the
3.
Bachelor in Paradise.
And then
Okay.
all hell breaks loose.
And then all hell breaks loose. You might find someone. That doesn't work out. Then you might make a surprise appearance on The Bachelor the next season. Because somebody from The Bachelor, it turns out, oh, we got this guy for The Bachelor now. And they have talked before.
Mm-hmm.
In the past or whatever, and they come surprise him about 6 episodes through
Yeah.
the season.
Yeah.
Just
true.
somehow, some way. Then that doesn't work out. And by that time, they are around about 600 to 1 million Instagram followers.
Yep, they're an influencer.
And then they'll be releasing their merch at that point.
They'll
and
maybe
they'll be-
write
all
a
you gotta
book
do.
about
and
love.
they'll write a book.
The journey.
Yeah, the
about
journey,
the
the
journey.
ups and downs.
And then they may get back together and stay in the news with someone that finished around 6th in their season on
Or-
The Bachelor.
or just
That
like-
it looked pretty promising, but it was a surprise. Okay, see you later. Like very surprising.
Or maybe just another famous person. That's
Or just maybe another
like
famous
Chris Lane
person.
and that Lauren girl.
It recycles. It's called recycling.
Yeah.
It recycles through the
It's called
process. It's a process. People don't believe in it, but that's how the process works. You
Bachelor.
work your way down, or some would say you work your way up.
Mm-hmm. Trust the process.
It doesn't work.
Up in followers.
Most of the time it doesn't work, but at that point you've built yourself a nice brand.
Yep.
You have an e-commerce store, and you sell merchandise,
Mhm.
and you post in a little too many Instagram stories per day, Snapchat stories.
But people love it.
You don't
Hate
really
it.
mess with Twitter as much. I mean, maybe you stay off there. That's leave that
Might
for the
get canceled.
politics. But you're really hitting hard on Instagram and TikTok.
I saw Maddie Pruitt got engaged today, so
She did.
throwing
Shoot.
up for the boys. That's a tough one to
That's
say.
tough.
Yo.
Did you know the
Tough
the
for
guy
producer
that
Chris.
she's engaged with? His dad's a billionaire.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Good for
convenient.
her.
Wow, how $1.5 billion.
That's convenient. What does he do? Is he?
He
is
founded
in
a
Brisbane?
company. I looked it up today. He founded a company.
Involved in
Brisbane.
Burisma?
It's called. It's like a phone company, Excel
podcaster.
Communications, and then he sold it in like 1990s or 2000, early
Yeah, good
2000s
for him.
for like $3.5 billion, and then he used that and just wrote it on stocks and bonds.
Yeah.
And now he does horses on the side. So he had a horse that competed in the Kentucky Derby.
Wow.
So he bought like this ranch
He
and
did
breeds
well.
horses.
He figured it out.
So he's
Good for Maddie.
$1.5 billion
Yeah, good for
is what he was worth.
She deserves
One
the
thing
best.
that I think that they need to do is next to the guy's name, where it says their age and their profession,
Mhm.
put who they're there for. 'Cause sometimes it's a little confusing.
That's a good idea.
I don't know.
Very good idea.
Just because there are some guys where you don't see him a ton.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Like that Ethan guy.
yeah, like
He may-
I don't.
He's gonna make a
Who's this
charge
guy
next
for?
episode, I guess. But
Asian guy?
Asian guy, yeah.
Yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
Well, Eric doesn't know who he's there for. He's about to. He's
No,
about to.
not Eric.
Is it not Eric?
Logan.
Is it Logan? Oh,
Eric's
yeah.
mullet guy.
Yeah, Logan's about to wreck
Yeah, he
Rachel.
is.
Rachel's not going to handle that well, and I
Excited
can't
to
wait.
recap that one.
I actually really like this episode.
I do too.
It was a good one. It was very entertaining. Just take it with a grain of salt and enjoy it.
Yep.
It's a good time.
We gotta get to volleyball here pretty
Yeah,
soon.
we got to
but
start wrapping up.
Peter's quick announcement.
Yeah, so like this is like real life. I know we talk a lot of just kind of dumb shit, but in February I'm gonna be a dad.
Whoa.
Wow.
So-
Let's clap it up.
Yeah, give it up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's scary.
I'd be freaking out a little bit,
Have
but
you
it's gonna be
seen?
fantastic.
Have you seen
The economy?
The economy.
I have seen the
Yeah, not the
economy.
best
That's
time.
the first thing I heard from Clay.
Yeah.
In this
He sends a
economy.
text in the group chat. Everyone says, "Congrats, so happy, congrats." And they
Congrats
love the
on the
message.
sex
I
is what I
said,
said.
I respond, in this economy, good luck. So, but I was joking.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's a
I'm-
prank.
But at the same time,
But yeah, we're happy for you.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna
It's-
maybe. I
Next
don't know if
week.
can we bring the baby on the pod someday? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if we
probably
wanna
not for the full pod because
Yeah.
I think babies cry a lot.
We don't know if. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
this might scare him. Or her.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Or they.
Maybe next
Wow.
week.
Has it decided yet?
Or yeah, they let the baby decide, Clay.
Yeah, next week maybe more news to come.
All right.
Cool. You should name it Jordan.
Yeah.
I've floated that idea out.
Like a new spelling of Jordan.
Or joy.
For the listeners that don't know,
Not joy.
Jordan's wife's name is also Jordan.
Yeah,
With
I
a
always
Y.
wanted to have a junior.
JJ.
Threw it out there. Rejected.
Oh, no,
Kinda
you
knew it
could
was coming.
you could name it Jordan and call it JJ. Jordan Jr.
Ooh.
Yeah,
You
can-
should name it after like a very successful. Like there's a lot of like names. Like think about successful names. Okay, first names Vladimir.
Fauci.
Pass.
Okay.
Whoop.
Joe.
Pass and pass.
Kamala.
LeBron.
LeBron, a good word.
LeBron.
Yeah, maybe.
Hillary.
Can we pick
Hillary.
the name of your child?
Oh,
Everybody
Hillary.
Can
can
Boys Down Bad Nation pick the name of your child?
They
Hillary.
can give suggestions.
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
Suggest some names for baby
Yeah.
Peters.
So big news.
Big news. Thanks
Congrats.
for sharing. Congratulations.
We're excited.
Pete.
All right, this is Boys Down Bad Podcast. I'm Dylan.
Clay.
I'm Trev.
Peters.
We're 1 week closer to football.
One week
remember
closer
that.
to football, baby.
1 week close.
We're close.
Chris is over there.
Have yourselves a top 10 weekend.